Hello, movie lovers. Bob for Bob's Movie Review here, and today I would like to review for you a movie I just watched called Annabelle Creation. If you enjoy the video, show it some love and give it a like rating. So I was gonna pass on this one. I hated the first one. It didn't make a lot of sense to me. It was really boring. There weren't really any scares. It just seems so terrible, and people were like, oh, it's a good movie, and I just did not agree. So I just figured, Annabelle Creation is just going to be an even worse version of Annabelle. Well, I'm glad you guys convinced me to get it because I was wrong. So this movie is actually a prequel to Annabelle, which I was pretty surprised. I didn't know that going. I mean, some people had just recently told me, but I didn't know that it was a prequel. I assumed it was a sequel. So we're going further and further back in the timeline because Annabelle takes place before The Conjuring, and now Annabelle Creation takes place even before Annabelle. So I guess we just keep every sequel's got to be a prequel, I guess. But that's okay. So this one goes back to this man and this woman. They have a daughter, and she is run over or hit by a car or whatever, and she dies. And then now it's 12 years later. He was also like a doll maker or something. 12 years later, and they've invited this, it was like 6 girls and a nun from an orphanage to come stay with them, as kind of like as a temporary solution or whatever, just to help out. They wanted to help out, so they have this huge house. It's so huge. It's one of those big farmhouses, and they're gonna stay with them. Now, unfortunately, the Annabelle doll is there. And so we get into, obviously, as all these possession movies go, or, whatever you want to call it, with demons and entities and whatnot, it always starts out small, and there's a couple little things happening, and over time, more and more stuff happens. Fortunately for this movie, unlike Annabelle, lots of stuff happens. There's lots of just crazy, apparitions, or whatever you want to call it, and the demon does all this crazy stuff to people, and you're kind of guessing the whole time and what's going on exactly, and there's lots of really cool effects, and just the demon did some really cool things in this one. And it didn't have, to me, a lot of jump scares like you would expect. I can only think of like maybe 1 or possibly 2 the real jump scares, but it did have a lot of just creepy WTF moments, and it was kind of like it keeps you on the edge of your seat, even though, like I said, there aren't a lot of jump scares that make you jump off your seat, but I really enjoyed this one. I thought it was a lot of fun, probably one of the best horror movies I've seen this year, which to me is so surprising that, at least for me personally, that they changed the movie so much that this far exceeds the first one. And I hate to say, because I haven't seen The Conjuring since it came out on Blu-ray. Maybe it's better than The Conjuring. I can't really remember, but just so much really interesting stuff happens. The ending to me was pretty good. The end of this does lead directly into Annabelle. In fact, they show a scene from Annabelle, and they show some more of it, I think. It's been a while too since I've seen Annabelle, so I'm kind of cloudy on the details. But I know, it has the same people leading right into the beginning of Annabelle. But then there's kind of like just this little thing they show you, and it just had me questioning what exactly it meant. But I did definitely enjoy this one. I think it's a great movie. I think you guys should check it out if you haven't already. Unfortunately, since it's Warner Brothers, it's like $23 right now. If you guys wait a week or two, it'll probably come down a little. But I would definitely plan on checking this one out. For a score on this one, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. I think it's a great one to watch right now before Halloween if you're looking for something you haven't seen. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave it a like rating. It helps support the channel, and I always appreciate it. If you haven't already, subscribe for more videos. Check out the suggested videos, and I'll see you guys next time.